All right, so let's start with the big story that we're tracking on WION this morning. The Congressional Committee in the United States has finally agreed upon a $900 billion COVID-19 relief package, and this comes after months of negotiations and also parallel talks. Now, this can, of course, be described as the first significant legislative response to the pandemic since the landmark CARES Act that was passed in March 2020. The details of the package are still being worked out, but here is what both the Republicans and also the Democrats appear to have agreed upon so far. The package includes direct payments of nearly about $600 to most Americans, $300 per week bonus federal unemployment benefit. This partially replaces a $600 per week benefit that is due to expire in the summer of 2021. It also includes the renewal of extra weeks of state unemployment benefits for long-term joblessness. Now, more than $300 billion in terms of subsidies are to be extended to businesses, including paycheck protection payments to those who've been the hardest hit. The Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has shown optimism over the bill. He said, and I quote him here, "We made major headway towards hammering out a targeted pandemic relief package. We need vaccine distribution money. We need to re-up the paycheck program to save jobs. We need to continue to provide for the laid-off Americans." Now, despite the agreement, the Democrats are not entirely happy with the package. They say that the removal of about $160 billion aid package for state and local governments is a bitter loss. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had promised that the final bill will include aid for state and local entities. However, she was unable to hold the entire bill over one demand as the time was pretty much running out. The progressive Senator Bernie Sanders told an American channel, and I quote him here, "Everything that is in the package is vitally needed. The problem is that it is a much smaller package than what the country needs in this moment of economic desperation." Meanwhile, President-elect Joe Biden, eager for the stimulus package to reach the unemployed Americans and also the struggling businesses, has complimented the bipartisan group for having worked out the bill.
The stimulus package is encouraging. It looks like they're very, very close, and it looks like there's going to be direct cash payments, but it's a down payment, an important down payment on what's going to have to be done beginning at the end of January into February, but it's very important to get done. I compliment on the bipartisan group on working together to get it done.
All right, now to give us more perspective in terms of what this bill actually means for the people of America, we're joined in by Jagriti Devish. She's joining us live from Washington, D.C. Now, Jagriti, get us up to speed about this bill that is being proposed within the American legislature and how crucial it is for the people of America.
Well, it's incredibly crucial because a lot of people's money is running out from the previous packages. The deadlines are approaching the end of the year, and many lawmakers are concerned that there is a need to get cash into the pockets of ordinary Americans. We heard there from the Senator of Vermont, Bernie Sanders, who is one of those who thinks that more money needs to be given in direct cash payments. That was one of the sticking points in the negotiations, where I think that some Democrats like Bernie Sanders wanted a lot more money to go directly to Americans. Now, there is in these negotiations, there has been an agreement to include those direct cash payments, but they are likely to be around half as much as Americans got in the last round. So probably a cut down from $1,200 to around $600, $700. You know, you heard Bernie Sanders saying that wasn't enough. On the other side, you've got Senator Rand Paul from Kentucky saying that, opposing the idea of money being given to Americans. I think there are a lot of people, a lot of Republicans who think that actually, because there is a vaccine on the horizon, there's perhaps not the need to spend as much money, of government money, in this next round.
Absolutely. And also, just before we let you go, at the height of the pandemic, nearly about 40 million Americans had filed for unemployment benefits. What is the state of unemployment in America at this point of time?
Well, that's the thing with the lockdowns. There have been lots of businesses that have been struggling. Lots of people, large numbers of Americans who have had to file for unemployment. And so, as the vaccine, Pfizer's vaccine, is being rolled out, there's hopes that that the country is able to kind of return to some semblance of normalcy at some point in the future. But of course, we are hearing of shocking numbers of cases rising across the country. The death toll has passed the 300,000 mark. So, as health experts are saying, the pandemic is clearly not over. There is going to have to be social distancing, mask wearing. You're seeing lots of in restaurants and establishments that are closing, indoor dining, for example, that are limiting the number of people who can enter their businesses. So businesses are still feeling the impact. And so I think, this stimulus funding is crucial for many of those businesses and people who are still struggling in America.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Jagriti Deve, for joining us and getting us all those insights there.